Hey yo, how we doing guys? As the name suggests, I'm gonna be playing today as the infamous Necromancer. Some may call him the worst overlord, some may call him the most redundant tank in the entirety of Dive.io. Someone may even call him the forgotten tank of Dive.io because nobody seems to play in it, especially in free-for-all. Well, I'm gonna change it guys. I was actually browsing on the Reddit because, to be really honest with you, I haven't been playing Necromancer since the beginning of this game. Maybe the only time I really get the grasp on it was when I was playtesting it on the sandbox mode, which says something. So I had to be, searching on the Reddit, and I found the best build for the Necromancer and the most fun build for the Necromancer. Obviously I chose the fun one because I already know I'm not gonna be the best, so at least I'm gonna have some fun with it, right? That guy was real bad. So the idea of a Necromancer is that you're actually a better overlord when it comes to the drone count. Actually, as a matter of fact, the best build in the Reddit community was the one which didn't have reload at the max, which means that the drone count was not the highest one, which I don't know. The worst thing about the tank is it's incredibly slow, like you can't even imagine. Oh my gosh, I killed somebody. Oh, like that's what I was talking about in the previous video. I hate the overlords because things like that cannot happen with it. A random single bullet can't roam around and kill somebody. Oh my gosh, that guy was pretty fast. I can't get him. Anyways, as a matter of fact, all the builds for Necromancers were glass cannons, which means you can't have any max health nor regen, which sucks, considering that one bullet can end your life in an instant. Oh my gosh, he's gonna be my... Oh my gosh, I thought we were gonna be dead. Can we actually kill that guy? Probably not. So, the fun thing about this is that you're gonna be having a lot of drones. So there's that. This is the build. Allegedly, this is the most fun build when it comes to being a Necromancer. So let's see. I feel like we are gonna hit the Necromancer. Oh my gosh, I just killed somebody. So we are slowly but surely back where we ended. Those random deaths are really bad. Oh my gosh, what is that? Oh my gosh, isn't that... Oh my gosh, what the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? Oh my gosh, let's go away from here. I'm not really sure how that happened. I just, I was thinking that I'm just gonna really quickly go back where we ended, and here I find myself on the level 45. Alright, I almost feel bad going on the Necromancer. Storm, get the fuck away from here. I just wanna be the Necromancer. In order to be Necromancer, you're actually not spawning those drones. You need to be... Oh my gosh, we're just basic tanking this here. Oh my gosh, how is he keep handling? I mean, we're still better on it after this death. Oh my gosh. Like, if that didn't happen and I didn't kill that guy, we would still be on the lower level, so... I mean, it's still, net profit, but... It just kinda pissed me off, like, how could he overperform me? Even though I feel like he wasn't level 45 even. There you go, I'm a sharpshooter, even though with this basic tank. Nice, I killed somebody, even though I have no idea who that guy was. I always would recommend to other folks to upgrade their bullet speed to the max, because that actually determines how long your bullet is gonna go. Oh my gosh, can we actually kill him? Can we actually kill him? He's probably gonna be killing us, but still. Worth a try. Oh my gosh, that guy is too smart for us. I feel like he's a leader, right? Oh no, oh no, oh no, no. We are so cooked. Let's stop shooting so he thinks we are dead. That's the age-old tactics. Because, at the one point, if you are high enough level, if you kill somebody else and their score is not that high, it won't actually display that you killed somebody. So if you're a low score and somebody's, trying to target you who would be, really high score, try to not shoot. Maybe they would be like, oh, I actually killed them, but it didn't show. What am I supposed to do here? What am I supposed to do here? You know, I'm obviously not gonna place the Necromancer on the S tier, nor A, because the thing is that I'm also evaluating how easy it is to go on the Necromancer. And the thing is that with that build that I presented, you actually need to remain the basic tank up until you hit the level 45. And you know, that journey is really hard and tedious, to be honest. I mean, getting to level 30 is reasonably pretty easy, but level 45, that's categorically different. I feel like I've never said the word categorically. Yeah, finally, we got somebody. So, we need 5 more levels till the level 45. Actually, I realized if we are going, you know, sideways, if I'm pressing A or D, it's actually easier to dodge those bullets because, you know, you only have, you know, this amount of space like upwards and downwards, but you get much more space and therefore much more time to react. Oh my gosh, job application, my worst enemy. I'm doing YouTube videos. It's kind of obvious, but I wanted to point that out. By the way, guys, how would you define my accent? Because I feel like my English is pretty accentless. Like I sound like somebody who is born from non-English speaking country and then they learned English. Somebody like PewDiePie. I would say his English is pretty accentless, right? I'm only asking it because I met this guy from UK. He was born and bred in UK. He actually lives in the country where I live, small country in Eastern Europe. And he said to me that my accent is heavily American. So what do you guys think? I feel like I got the accentless English with a little bit of a spice of an Eastern Europe. Alright, let's stop rambling. We're pushing to the level 45. Let's kill the Big Mama. Apparently we can't kill the Big Mama. Are you for real? I can't kill somebody who has 3000 score? Are you for real? Oh yeah, finally we killed him. He was a glass cannon, right? Like he could... Oh my gosh. That's not really good. I hope he's not gonna be chasing us. So, can we actually do this? Let's hit the sniper, let's hit the overseer. Can we hit the necromancer? Please, and now we need to be quick. We need to gather all these drones as quickly as possible, because we are most vulnerable when we don't have any drones. I actually want to, you know, find out how many drones can we actually get. Like there is a limited amount of count you can get. Once you get it, you only then start destroying those cubes. So let's see. Am I destroying those already, or I feel like not. Unfortunately, you can't really test it in a sandbox because once you acquire some amount of cubes, they actually stop spawning, so yeah. But this is actually pretty cool. I feel like I've never experienced that in my whole life. You know, I feel like the Necromancer is pretty, you know, underestimated tank. Like, look at this guy. He actually wants to do something to me. And, you know, we are at the point where we actually are destroying those squares. So, I would actually like to see how this guy performs in a battle. Because when it comes to shape farming, it's actually much... Like, look at this. If I hit the auto fire, it's actually much better than the overseer or the overlord. But, you know, the Necromancer is not about the shape farming. It's about the killing and having the defense, right? Alright, I'm gonna leave you. You want this? And the tactics remain the same. You are supposed to, you know, split the drones and then attack. Like, imagine there's a tank right where the square is, or where this pentagon is. You're supposed to engage, then split your drones, and then, you know, just make those drones to go around him, and then he's gonna surrender and die peacefully, because that's what we do. We are on the leaderboard. You know, the entire reason of my existence is to kill that guy, so how about we just do it? Oh my gosh, I feel like he was pretty strategic. Is he a rammer? I feel like he is a rammer. Otherwise he would be shooting and destroying all my drones, right? Yeah, he's definitely rammer. I feel like we are pretty good against rammers, even though we ain't got, you know, none of the anti-rammer build. Like, nobody wants to fight us. Everybody wants to just, you know, back off, and they feel like I'm gonna, you know, engage them and they are gonna slowly but surely destroy my drones. I feel like Factory would be pretty hard. I feel like Factory would demolish us actually, so... Like, this is pretty easy, but you could have done this with any other tank, so... I can't rate it only on this. Huh, that guy's gonna be dead. But that was, you know, I caught him off guard. I feel like he had high, you know, powering. I feel like he had high of a firing power to, you know, destroy my drones. Like, that's your biggest fear when you're a Necromancer. Like, you can't spawn anymore, so you have to be cherishing all of these drones. Otherwise, you're gonna be dead. He's a rammer. We actually made an oh my gosh. Is he a No, he's not a rammer. Oh my gosh. That was... You know, we didn't make any, you know, agreement that we are not gonna fight with that damaging rammer. So how about we just, you know, go and tickle him? How about we go and tickle this guy? Alright, now we're never. These damn landmines. Anyways, Necromancer is receiving B tier. Nothing special, nothing really bad in my opinion. It's really overhated. So yeah, there's that. Bye bye.